welcome to another recorder tutorial video. Today we are going to discuss correct posture and how to hold the recorder. Now before we start this tutorial video, there was an assignment I did in our last tutorial video. So please, I would like you to engage on yourself and move further together. So now, for those of you that don't do the assignment, this is the answer to the assignment. So now, the first question is the recorder a standard instrument? The answer to it is yes. The recorder is a woodwind standard instrument. Now, I would like to ask you guys, what is the standard instrument? Alright, let me give an answer to that. A standard instrument is an instrument that is generally accepted by the music community. So they can use in playing wonderful songs, be it classical, be it folk music, and so on and so forth. Like the recorder that is divided into four parts, as I said, the soprano, the alto, the tenor, and finally the bass. And that particular set of instruments, if they come together, can form an orchestra. That is why it is called a standard instrument, because it's been accepted by the class of people performing songs. Now the next thing I ask is, what is a pitch? A pitch is how high or low a music sounds. You have to have a knowledge of this, because as time goes, we are going to be using different statements of let your pitch be high, let your pitch be low. But with time, I'm going to give you guys different parts of it. Now the next question was, what is a rhyme? A rhyme is a pattern of long and short sounds and silence in music. When we start discussing on how to read the music sheets, this is where this information is going to come in handy. But for now, just know what a rhyme is. The next one is, what is an octave? An octave is the distance between one note from the next. Well, when we start discussing on the different keys on the recorder, the C, the G, C, the key, E, the key, E. That's what I'm going to discuss more what an octave is. So we don't crashing with this, let's go into the real topic of the day, how to hold the recorder. Now this is just going to be mainly practical, not much writing on the board and so on and so forth. Now the first thing is what is going to be your proper posture when standing. The proper posture is, when holding the recorder, you need to stand erect. That is, the vertebral column needs to be erect, you need to stand upright, because the air is going to come out from your stomach up to your chest, then you're going to blow it into the side. You don't need to curve your back or arc your back. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable while playing. Then the next thing is, you don't need to take your shoulder too high, because you need to relax your shoulder and make yourself feel free, so you're able to dance the instrument when playing. And then the next thing is that you need to, as I mentioned, standing erect. I've mentioned arcing your back. I've mentioned relaxing your shoulders. So for now, let's move into those two information. The next one is how to hold the recorder correctly. Now, this depends on what is your better hand. For those of you that are heavily right-handed individuals, this is how you are going to hold your recorder. You're going to begin with your left hand. Your thumb finger is going to go to your bottom hole here, then your first finger at this top point, then your next finger here, then your next finger here. The first 3 points is going to be covered this way. Then after that, you are going to go with your right hand and then cover the remaining 4 holes this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the perfect way of holding the recorder for right-handed individuals. Then if you're a left-handed individual, no problem. This is the way you are going to hold the recorder. You're going to start with your left hand. You're going to start with your right hand, holding the bottom hole this way. Then you go this way, 1, 2, 3. And then finally use your last 4 fingers to cover it this way. These are left-handed individual holds the recorder. Depends on your perspective. Are you a right-handed person or a left-handed person? If you're a right-handed person, you hold the recorder this way. If you're a left-handed person, you hold the recorder this way. And remember our posture, you need to stand erect so that the air is going to come out all the way from your stomach down to your chest, and then finally from your mouth into the mouthpiece. Now the next point is common mistakes to avoid when holding the recorder. The common mistake, as I mentioned earlier, don't bend your back. Don't bend your back. It's not proper for you to play the recorder. Let's say you want to play a fitting piece like Instead of you to play this way, as wonderful as I play, you start playing like this. No, 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 no. If you play that way, you end up exhausting yourself and making yourself feel so uncomfortable when playing. So the perfect way of playing this is you start erect, make your shoulder feel relaxed, and then blow then play freely as the thing goes. And so on and so forth. The next thing for you to avoid is don't squeeze the recorder too tight. There's a reason for this. For you to avoid the squeaky sound. Now, if you want the recorder, you need to hold it to your own comfortability in such a way that you can easily move your finger up and down without having to struggle to know the next note to cover after the previous ones you have released. Something like but if you are holding it too tight, you do something like no, that is not the sound. You need to hold it soft and gentle. The squeeze should not be that much, it should be gentle, something like don't worry, don't start doing the next video as we are going to talk on how to play the various scales on the record. That is where you see this particular key is very useful. And then finally, I'm going to carry out some minor practices. So I will just round up this particular tutorial section. The first practice is that I would like all of you to stand erect. Stand erect and then feel free. Wave your hand, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Because to play the record, out to be sincere, to come from within. You don't need to force yourself or feel so uncomfortable. Then you have to then move freely in the instrument. Feel so free while you do this. Alright guys, with this we call it the end of today's section. In our next tutorial video, we are going to discuss on techniques to blow the recorder while playing it. Thank you.